This week I had the privilege of interviewing Pete Greasley to gain a pastor's perspective on church administration. Pete's been working in pastoral ministry for the last 35 years, and it was great to hear from him what he thinks about church administration. Now I've split this down into 3 different videos, so please take the time to check them all out. It's also available on podcast as well. So look to the website, thechurchoffice.co.uk, and you'll find a whole range of other resources as well. Thank you for watching today. Pete, what's great is to hear a pastor's perspective about church administration and the value that you place on it. And I think part of the website, part of the idea is to promote church administration and to value it as a leadership gift. But one of the things that I think is a bit of a challenge is that pastors are coming out of college, finished their training, going into roles, but they've not heard anything at all about managing a church. There's not a great deal involved in that training. What do we do about that? What can you speak into that?
I think 2 things are probably necessary. The first thing is pastors, whether they're in seminary or in Bible college or wherever it is, or they're coming into this, pastors need to be able to see how church administration and management functions.
Yeah.
So bless their hearts, they come into a place, they've grasped certain theological concepts. They've heard about pastoral training. They've gone through the Old and New Testaments. They've done their systematic and theology. They're ready for that. Yeah. But they just don't have a clue. So what I'd love to see is pastors being able to be able to observe. Yeah. And recognize. No, so if I had my way, I'd be sending you into not too much because we need you here. I'd be sending you into the Bible colleges and encouraging those people that are running them, saying, please take Gavin or someone like him for a week to take them through everything that's necessary. What are you looking for in this role? Yeah. What are the ways you can make it work? So I think firstly you need to speak to those people, and then secondarily you want to equip people to be able to do the job. So it's not the kind of thing you can learn behind a desk, as you know. In fact, the kind of people that enjoy this from behind a desk is not the person to be doing the job.
Right people.
A good administrator will have somebody behind the desk for them. Yeah. But we need to be able to train people. I would love to see that in more of an apprenticeship style. Mm-hmm. So I think you could do it. I think other churches that have good administrators could do it. So whereas frequently a man may intern into a pastoral role for a year or whatever, or 6 months, right. Or I would love to see people interning into an administrative role. Yeah. My own, in talking to my friends who are pastors and elders and vicars and leaders in different places, the thought for them to be, because they may listen to this and think, that's exactly what I need. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where do I go? Do I just start looking around the church for the best person? I would love to be able to say to them, we are equipping and training people as best we can. Or you may say, I've got someone in my church I think could be great at this, but they need to be trained. Yeah. We could say, do you know what? We'll take them for 6 months. Yeah. You'll have to support them. We'll take them, and what we'll do is we'll put our time and energy and effort into showing them how it's done here. Yeah. It's not the only way to do it, but I think then to be able to go back into their setting, I've seen, okay, could we possibly do this? Yeah. We need to do this. Let's put this in place. How can we help you here? Would just be wonderful. And my perspective from many of my pastoral friends who have asked me a number of times, they just all want you, and I say they can't have you. How much do you want for Gavin? They say.
Transfer. Yeah.
I say you can't have it, Gavin. You can't have other people in the team, but if you've got someone you wanted to send to us, I'm sure Gavin could serve them and help them, and I would love to see that happen more and more. Yeah.
And I think that's where the kind of websites come from, and the idea of the church office is that, you've always encouraged me to go and serve other churches, and we've done that relationally and informally, gone and helped and supported behind the scenes, and I love that. And to maybe to broaden that wider, that there are churches out there that are saying, I could really do with that support, then get in contact with us on the website, and that's our heart, and that's the heart of the church here, isn't it, as well?
No question. I mean, we've always been like that. You guys have released me to be out. I don't like to go out. I want to stay at home. I'm a hobbit. But you've released me at times to be able to serve nationally and internationally. We've released other people to be able to serve. We're happy to release you. Obviously, we're always looking to do that in a way that it's not too detrimental to the church here. So I think we could do that. I would very much, if people are listening to this or going on the website and thinking, where do I go? I think we'd be happy to release you, even if it's just to sit and go up and have a chat to them. If you say, could I, I'm recognizing I have some challenges. I'm listening to the way you think it could possibly be resolved in certain roles. And I think you've done it before. It would be great to a degree for you to be able to say, well, do you know what, I'll come and spend a day with you or a couple of days with you. And I just look at it and talk to you and make some suggestions. So I think that could serve others. I mean, this can't and shouldn't become suddenly this big international administrators training base. It won't work. But I think in small ways we can serve churches by serving men, by talking to them and then saying, well, what are you looking for? And God provides. Here's the thing. It's just like, well, there's no one and no one could ever do that. There is a God who loves you, who loves his church and provides the right people at the right time in the right way. We just need to open our eyes and see them.
Absolutely right. I think you're spot on. So please check out the services part of the website, and in there is kind of something we call the back office review, and that's something that we've done where Pete sent me into a church and said, right, just go and spend a day, go and observe how they do it, go and hear about how they function, how they work between trustees, elders, look at their programs, look at their finances, look at their structures. And I think people have benefited from conversations and sitting around saying, oh, that's interesting you do it like that. Have you ever considered doing it like this? And recommending things that they could think about to change that might, improve the way that things work behind the scenes. So we want to be able to offer that service. So please check out the website and look at any specific way that we can do that and get in contact. We'd love to be able to serve you.
I think it'd be great. And I think that's the way ahead.
Great. Well, that concludes our video and the interview that I did with Pete. Again, please check out the website at www.thechurchoffice.co.uk.